Oh, actually, I had my glasses on, so it's very hard for me to compare the size, and especially like, I will have to look back at the pictures and the video, and then I will have a clear answer. But I don't consider that any like anyhow, because I know it's gonna be a hard fight, and I'm ready for that. So
Preparing for a
I'm
war.
ready for the
I even
consequences.
took all my anti-inflammatory pills with me because I didn't know how I gonna walk out from the octagon. For now, I wanna take care of injuries what I have. That kind of like migrating from training camp to training camp with me. After like maybe a week or something like that, we will have our conversation with my team. There is good challengers in flyweight as well. Bantamweight now we have Amanda or Kyla, and probably fans would love to see Amanda trilogy because it was unfinished business. But in the same time, it's unclear yet is she return or not return, and also it's unknown in what shape she's gonna return, like half Amanda or maybe full Amanda. Who knows?
Valentina Shevchenko has just dropped a massive announcement following her dominant victory at UFC 322, and the MMA world is absolutely exploding. The legendary flyweight queen isn't resting on her laurels. She's calling for a historic cross-promotional super fight that could change women's MMA forever.
Fight any female right now, who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl, man, she goes after me. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this one.
And here's where things get insane. Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated PFL phenom who Conor McGregor recently called the next big thing, has already fired back with a brutal warning, putting both Valentina Shevchenko and the entire UFC on high alert.
You're the next big thing, and look what you're going. I hate to see it, strong woman, good girl, fucking awesome, big steer. Great to finally meet you. Love it, love it. What's the crack? What are your black? Oh, yeah, man, I'm walking myself here. Look, superstar right there, 100%. Love it, bro. Look how the great fish are. Good.
In her post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, Shevchenko opened up about her future plans, admitting she's dealing with injuries that have followed her throughout her legendary career. While she couldn't offer an exact return date, she made one thing crystal clear: I'm here, I'm still in. And then came the bombshell that nobody saw coming.
It's a very good question, because I feel like my flyweight division, it's like filling with so much new challengers, like younger age challengers.
When discussing potential opponents, Shevchenko didn't limit herself to UFC fighters. She mentioned Amanda Nunes as unfinished business, a rivalry everyone wants to see concluded. But sources close to the champion revealed that she's been watching Dakota Ditcheva's meteoric rise with intense interest.
No rest, straight, go, control.
After a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling, you kind of like feel a little bit exhausted with your muscles, and this is what we are trying to avoid. You have to push yourself all the time. Even you are feel nothing the power and you want to rest, don't rest now. But in the fight, rest smart and use the distance, because if you constantly pressure and you just gas out with your
Now, Shevchenko is ready to test herself against the most dangerous striker outside the UFC, because Dakota Ditcheva isn't just watching from the sidelines, she's demanding this fight. Valentina emphasized that martial arts are her way of life, saying, "As long as my health allows me to do this, I will continue." At 36 years old, the clock is ticking, and if she wants to cement her legacy as the greatest flyweight of all time, there's one fighter she needs to face before hanging up the glove.
What kind of challenge you wanted at this point in your career? You've been dominant for so long. You've had 2 title reigns. I mean, for you, was this an exciting matchup?
Always, for me, like all my defenses, all my fights are very excited, and definitely it's a super fight with another champion, and it's kind of like what fans wanted to see, so I'm ready to take it over.
Listen, we're ready to watch, but tell me about the stylistic matchup. What does she do best in terms of her skills?
Oh, it doesn't matter what she do best. It's matter like how I will completely destroy every tactic what she has. She thinks she's faster, she's stronger, whatever she thinks.
And that fighter just defeated someone Valentina barely escaped against. Now let's talk about the 26-year-old knockout artist who has the entire MMA world buzzing, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva. Here's where it gets really interesting. That same Taila Santos pushed Valentina Shevchenko to a razor-close split decision back in 2022, a fight many believe Santos actually won. Valentina needed 5 full rounds and a bit of luck on the judges' scorecards to escape with her belt intact.
Shevchenko versus Dakota Ditcheva. Valentina Shevchenko, UFC flyweight champion of the world on her second reign. The GOAT, greatest of all time. That she is. Valentina is looking to do something special in her career. Already proven to be the greatest. 37 years old. Left a legacy that will be remembered forever. And now's a chance to do something insane. Take a risk, fight another great fighter, and prove that there's no doubt greatest fighter in the land is the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. The greatest matchup right now is a woman that's not even in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. She's in the PFL. Dakota Ditcheva is the best flyweight outside of the Ultimate Fighting Championship right now. She's up there. She's up there with Alexa Grasso, London Fior, and the rest of them. And I'm not afraid to say it, 14-0, 9 first-round knockout TKO.
Dakota Ditcheva needed less than 2 rounds to completely finish Santos. When asked about fighting Shevchenko, she didn't hold back. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, she said, "I don't know if a UFC Superfight is my immediate future, but the PFL champ versus the UFC champ happens. I'm more than happy to do it. That would be a serious, history-making fight." And here comes her brutal warning to both Valentina and the UFC. "Put me in a cage, and I'll go against anyone. I could definitely fight her, and I would."
For a long time, and know that some promotions don't like to co-promote with others.
Yeah, but I mean, who would have ever thought that it'd be the UFC at the White House?
Sure, and the better response is, who would have ever thought the UFC would do a trade with another promotion when they traded Ben Askren for Demetrius Johnson? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You were just a neophyte when that happened.
I mean, anything's possible.
Yes. And so,
It's getting crazier and crazier.
are you saying right here and now you want to fight the winner of Valentina Shevchenko, Zhang Weili? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if they want to do PFL, well, I'm not really PFL champ. If they want to do PFL champ versus UFC champ, then I'll have to keep.
She respects Valentina's accomplishments, even calling her my top fighter out of everyone. But she also knows exactly what she brings to the table, and what she brings is devastating. Training at the legendary American Top Team in Florida alongside UFC flyweight champion Alexander Pantoja, Dakota holds every physical edge. She's 3 inches taller than Valentina, has the longer reach, and brings the youth advantage. At just 26 years old, compared to Valentina's 36, time is on Dakota's side. The British sensation recently signed a multi-year deal with the PFL through 2027, but she made it clear that the PFL needs to evolve beyond tournaments and start making the biggest fights possible if they want to grow the fan base.
I'll put it back on you, Dakota. Who do you think is the #1 flyweight in the women's division right now?
Valentina Shevchenko.
You still put her #1?
100%. Look, she's the first person to finish a rubies on a belt. She's been around for so long, and she's stayed at the top of that level. I know people are saying now she's on a level down, but she's a lot older now. She's been around for years at the top of the level, and no one's been able to wipe her out. Grasso got that one fight on her, which was fair enough, being fair and square. But honestly, she can do everything as well. She's a full MMA fighter. She's not just a striker, not just a grappler, not just a wrestler. She's everything. She's all up. I genuinely feel like.
In other words, she wants Valentina Shevchenko badly, and she genuinely believes she can beat her. The MMA world is split on this potential super fight, but some of the sport's biggest names have already picked their side. Conor McGregor, the biggest star in UFC history, recently met Dakota Ditcheva at a BKFC event in Dubai, and what he told her sent shockwaves through Valentina's camp. "You're the next big thing. Strong woman. Good girl. Absolutely awesome."
For sure. Taila Santos is she's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship. Dakota, a superstar. What is up, Seattle? You're the next big thing. Seattle, look what you're going. Great to see it, Seattle. Strong woman, good girl. Looking all great to see you. Great to finally meet you. Love it, love it. What's the crack? What are we up next? Oh yeah, Val, I'm walking myself there. Look, as superstar right there, 100%. Love it, bro. Don't hold the great to see you, Seattle. Yeah. Say, how you doing? Don't give me so man, alright?
When Conor McGregor, a man who understands star power better than almost anyone, calls you the future, people pay attention. He essentially told Dakota she has a massive career ahead of her, and many took it as McGregor hinting that Dakota could end Valentina's reign for good. But it isn't just McGregor. Former UFC title challenger Dan Hardy also delivered a stunning prediction. He told MMA Fighting, "I would put my money on Dakota against Valentina right now." He added that this came with full respect for Valentina, whom he has admired for years. Hardy broke down the matchup perfectly. The type of fighter who can beat Valentina is someone who attacks with ferocity, and Dakota has the height, the reach, the power, and the viciousness to do exactly that.
No, I mean, you know, anybody that can make such amazing progress with their career, you just want to see them keep making that progress, no matter which direction that's in. You know, one thing that would be a crying shame would be for Dakota to feel in any way kind of slowed down or held back or not challenged. You know, like this is really where she's going to see the best performances of her career. She's had 2 incredible years where she, through PFL Europe, and then, you know, won the PFL season. It was in incredible fashion, beating Taila Santos along the way. What I think she needs this year is you know, maybe not quite as rigorous a schedule as the last 2 years that she's had. Have a couple of super fights, and I think those fighters are certainly on the roster. And if they're not right now, then they will be very soon. And then, you know, kind of see where her future goes. You know, I think she's the one to watch right now, and for me, probably the pound for pound best female fighter on the planet. You know, both technically and.
He continued, explaining that Dakota trains at American Top Team, one of the toughest rooms in the world, especially for female fighters. I think Dakota beats anybody right now in her weight class. Pound for pound. If she's not top 3, then I'm crazy. These aren't casual fans talking. These are seasoned MMA veterans who understand the sport at the highest level, and they're all backing the 26-year-old destroyer. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.